Hi everyone, I'm the screenwriter of The Mirror Within. This bathroom sequence I chose may seem minor at first glance, but it quietly shifts how the audience perceives reality in the film. It's not a climax, yet it's the moment when we begin to sense that what Raven sees may no longer align perfectly with what is truly there. Because of this subtle turning point, every technical choice in the scene was made very carefully. We place this moment in the bathroom because the space itself carries strong implications. It's enclosed, narrow, and difficult to escape, an ideal environment for amplifying even the smallest psychological shift. The presence of the mirror and running water adds an understated tension. You can't avoid your reflection, and you can't fully wash away what lingers in your mind. Even without drawing attention to it, the audience begins to wonder how much of what they see belongs to Raven, and how much belongs to reality. The camera is kept unusually close to her. This isn't just for detail, it's to limit the information available to the viewer. When the frame narrows to only hands, skin, and water, you naturally lose your sense of the wider environment and slip into something closer to her subjective experience. The camera becomes less of an observer and more of a guide into a slightly unstable perspective. We avoid showing her face and focus instead on her hands. The pressure, hesitation, and repetition in her movements reveal tension more subtly than any expression could. This choice keeps the scene grounded and objective, yet introduces a mild uncertainty. What interrupted her? Why did she change the rhythm of her movements? The audience begins to look for answers beneath the surface of what's shown. The lighting deepens this ambiguity. Cold ambient tones contrast with the warmer tones on her skin and the red-tinted water. This creates a visual imbalance, as if something in the frame is quietly shifting out of place. The overall dimness avoids clarity, placing the viewer inside a perspective that feels neither entirely reliable nor entirely distorted. It's not meant to frighten, just to suggest that something in Raven's perception may no longer be aligned. Editing supports this slow drift. The washing motion is shown almost in full, longer than the viewer expects. The repetition introduces a subtle tension. Something about the moment feels slightly off, even though nothing explicitly happens. With no cutaways, the viewer becomes more sensitive to tiny variations in movement and sound. The calmness of the edit creates a quiet sense of unease. Things are shifting, but we don't yet know in what direction. When these elements come together, the scene becomes a portrait of gentle disorder. Everything appears ordinary and objective, yet something beneath the surface is undeniably changing. Raven believes she's simply trying to regain composure. But for the audience, this is the first moment she steps into a perception she can no longer fully trust. The film doesn't need to announce this shift. The scene lets you feel it on your own. And that subtle shift becomes one of the earliest clues to the deeper unraveling ahead.